Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action, how the Sensex and the Nifty have opened in the trade, and what kind of cues are you expecting through the day today. Well, after a sharp recovery that we saw yesterday on the opening, a weaker opening, it was already expected that the markets are not ready to give in to the selling pressure as of now. We have seen so far this year, it's all been about a buy on dips kind of a theme that has really worked for the markets, and that's what exactly that you saw today. On Tuesday, we've seen a gap up start for the Sensex and the Nifty. 500 points up for the Sensex, a sharp up move, 17,800 being seen on the upside for the Nifty 50 as well. Even right now, as we speak, the Nifty currently is trading at 17,844, 222 points up, over a percent higher, almost 1.3% uptick can be actually seen on the Nifty index. How are the broader markets performing? Even better. The mid cap index is up over 1.5% in trade. It's outperforming the benchmarks as well. The small cap index up 1.3%. What's the India VIX doing? I've been telling you all along that India VIX is one index that you need to keep a check on to really understand the flavor of the market and how the markets are going to pan out. Currently, the India VIX level is down 5.6%. Yesterday, remember, India VIX levels were above 20 odd points. Right now, it is at 18.8. Very comfortable. The markets are actually giving way to the bulls to come onto the street, and very, very strongly at that as well. Whenever the markets will see India VIX level moving above 20, you will see very, very high volatility, and that's been the flavor. How is the market breadth? Completely in favor of the bulls. Out of the 50 stocks of the Nifty, 49 stocks are in the green. So, which are these stocks? IndusInd Bank, again, top of the charts, 3.7% uptick there. Tata Motors, Eicher Motors from the auto pack, leading from the front. Hindalco, even Hero Motocorp and Eicher Motors, all you can see auto sector really driving in the fastest lane today. What's not doing well? Only one stock, and that's Grasim. That's down by 0.5% in trade in the early action today. How are the sectors doing? Well, all the sectors of the Nifty are in the green. What is it being led by? Sharp move on the auto space, like I said, that's the index that you need to watch out for, the index that's leading from the front. Realty comes next, again a 2% rise there. Private banks up 1.8%, metals up 1.9%, 1.5% uptick for the IT space and the media space as well. 1.5% uptick for the financial services too. What's also doing well is the FMCG majors up 1% as well. All across, it's a broad-based rally that you can see in the markets right now. So the Nifty and the Sensex are rising for the second straight day, and that's despite the US Fed rate hike risks. Remember, the FOMC meeting has begun today. Markets are already pricing in a 75 basis points of a hike. There is some kind of anticipation that the US Fed could also go for a 100 basis points hike. But despite that, the markets currently are showing some strength. Remember, in the last week, when 3 consecutive days we saw the markets were falling, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the FIIs had also turned net sellers. The FIs are now looking to cover some of the shorts in markets, in domestic markets as well, looking at the buy on dip strategy coming in, that the markets are not ready to slip away right yet. So you're actually seeing the leading gainers in the markets, really taking it from the front. Experts, what do they make of? VK Vijay Kumar, Chief Investment Strategist at Geojit Financial Services, believes that the Indian market will continue to show resilience despite the global challenges. He believes major indices, Nifty Bank, Auto, FMCG, Cement are at record levels, with only IT dragging with the benchmarks. So you are seeing incredible performance coming in from some of these sectors, and that it may continue even going forward from here too. We've also seen global markets really support this kind of a move in today's trading action. The US markets in the last half an hour, 1 hour of trade, there was a recovery. We saw the Nasdaq really leading from the front. It was the IT stocks that actually helped the markets recover from those early muted trends in the US markets. And that again was one more indication that the Indian markets had to move higher today. Which are the stocks that you need to keep in your radar today? Well, it's McLeod Russell, the largest bulk tea producer in India. is now facing a takeover threat from Carbon Resources, a company manufacturing input materials for ferroalloys, aluminium, steel industries, and the latter acquired over 5% stake via the open market deals. The would-be acquirer has actually made a non-binding offer to the banks to settle McLeod's dues as well. So let's see how this space really comes out. Keep this stock on your radar. IRCTC can now actually apply for a payment aggregator license to the RBI, and if approved, can enter into the payment space now with one of the country's largest back-end databases of over 100 million users. So that's going to be an interesting add-on diversification that IRCTC would be doing apart from the food delivery and the ticket booking on the reservations for the railway services. Also, Adani Green Energy, that's another stock that should be on your radar. The company has commissioned a 325 megawatt wind energy plant in Madhya Pradesh, thus increasing the operational generation capacity right there. Adani Port and Special Economic Zone, that's also in focus. The West Bengal government on Monday has approved the issuance of letter of intent to Adani Ports for the proposed greenfield port in the state. Good development coming in for Adani Port as well. M&M, Mahindra and Mahindra, the stock has been soaring high right from the time when we saw the new Scorpio getting opened, and the stock has been on a rally from then. So the launch of first electric SUV XUV 400 on September 8th saw great enthusiasm, and with the launch, M&M has now entered the competition in the e-SUV segment, which also features Tata Nexon, which has an 87% market share as of now. And M&M's future stock price movement would largely depend on the response to this EV when the bookings open in January 2023. So the stock is in focus. Sugar stocks, India's top sugar producing state, Maharashtra, is set to churn out record levels for the second year in a row as farmers have expanded the growing area for the cane crop as well. So sugar stocks could be in focus. Oil stocks are in focus as well. Oil Ministry has sought review of the 2.5-month-old windfall profit tax on domestically produced crude oil, saying that it goes against the principle of fiscal stability provided contracts for finding and for producing oil. So keep the oil stocks in focus as well. What about Dish TV and Yes Bank? They're paving the way for Yes Bank out of Dish TV India. Jawaharlal Goel has tendered his resignation from the latter's board. The resignation comes within days that the company announced that Goel would not seek reappointment on the board. Yes Bank, which holds 25% stake in Dish TV, has been pushing for a board revamp, including of Goel, Narang, and others as well. So Bombay Dyeing, that's another stock that you should keep in your mind. The company's board is scheduled to meet on September 22nd to consider proposed raising of the funds via rights issue. So funds coming in right there. That's also going to be in focus. Hudson Agro is in focus. The company's board approved a rights issue up to 400 crores. So some more fundraise news really coming in. That could be the focus of today's trading session. But all in all, it's been a great start to the day. And this week also has seen some 2 good days of buying action coming in. Whether this will continue is something we'll keep an eye out on. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned on to Business Today TV for a whole lot more of update on business and on stock market.